it's Kris.
And I'm Wyatt Elliott from Notebook Entertainment.
And you're watching Horrorland News.
We got toys.
Okay, so I don't know how popular opinion it is, but my opinion is that Sam is one of the cutest, ever. But him without his mask is just, I can't even. It's so cute. He's so cute. Look at how cute he is.
He is very cute. And these dolls are very well done. Not a sponsor, but we found them at Spirit Halloween online. Couldn't find them in the stores. So if you want your own Sam doll, check it out. Spirit Halloween.
All right. So we've been super busy this week, not just continually going to Spirit Halloween, but also filming and all that stuff. Halloween, fall is a big season for us on our other channel. So check that out, Notebook Movies. We're going to be starting to post Halloween episodes by the end of this month.
And if you want to write her a comedy skit, she's taking part in our new DIY episode. So check over that, and you can write her own episode. Make her do whatever you want. If it wins.
Right. So that's all going on over at our other channel. So this channel, we're doing the news today, the Horrorland news. So let's get into it with TV Roundup.
No TV and no beer make Homer something.
So real quick, AMC has premiered a trailer for Interview with the Vampire. I'm getting even more excited. Every time they release more stuff, I'm getting more excited for it. So it premieres October 2nd on AMC, and if you have AMC Plus, the first 2 episodes will be released that night.
Oh.
Yeah. So you'll be ahead of everybody.
I think I still have that from watching Saul, so there you go.
I'm going to watch both episodes.
Guess I won't cancel it now.
Right. So October 2nd, check out the trailer. It looks like a great adaptation of Anne Rice's book. If you're, jonesing for a fix, go watch the old movie. The old movie's still good, still holds up. I still like it. So check it out, and then on October 2nd, check out on AMC the Interview with the Vampire series. So if you're looking for a little more family-friendly horror, you don't want to, scare your kids, make them turn out like us, who watch horror movies at a very young age. Disney Plus is now streaming an original horror series called Tierra Incognita. It's produced in Latin America, and here's what it's about. Eric Delaris, a teenager who discovers a hair-raising world while searching for the truth behind the mysterious disappearance of his parents 8 years before. Raised by his maternal grandparents along with his sister Uma, Eric decides to run away from home and go back to his childhood town, Cabo Quirt, to find answers to where his parents were last seen, the Tierra Incognita horror theme park. Together with his friends, his sister, and his aunt, Eric must overcome his fears in order to find answers and solve the mystery in a dark and unfamiliar world. I'm going to watch that.
I haven't heard of this at all.
It's now streaming on Disney Plus.
Right.
So
came out probably for Disney Plus Day.
Right.
Awesome.
Which that will cover on the pop culture news.
Yeah.
So check out for that. But
teaser.
Right. So let's move on to our trailer part. So, this one, I think it looked really cool. I'm not sure, but it looked like it could be cool. It's called Project Legion from Saban Films.
I thought this one looked cool.
Right. It tells the story of feral creatures that prey on humans. A furious fight for survival begins as the outside world descends into chaos, and a former Marine who is barricaded inside his apartment comes out fighting.
Yeah, it seems like it's really just focused on him a lot and from his POV. So it has that I Am Legend vibe.
Yeah, but they're not specifically saying they're zombies.
No.
They're saying they're feral creatures.
Yes, which I think is cool. I like that. It reminds, like the Crazies wasn't zombies.
Right.
But they're zombies. They're zombies.
They're zombies. So this will be directed by Lance Kawas. I'm not sure how to say that name, sorry. And starring UFC star Donald Cerrone, who was he's acted before in The Terminal List.
Oh.
So
I haven't watched that. But
he's got acting.
He's got acting
experience.
chops.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be in theaters October 7th and on Apple TV 4 days later. So if you don't want to go to the theaters or can't get to the theaters and you've got Apple TV, which you should, because you should be watching Severance. Yes. Oh my God, Severance is so good.
Yes, you have to watch Severance.
But also you can watch Project Legion 4 days after it premieres on October 7th. All right, so our second one, I think this one is an interesting idea. It's called Deadstream, and it's a found footage horror comedy movie.
Yeah, this is a long time coming,
right.
I think.
I'm excited to see what it does. Even if it's bad, I think it's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
So, a disgraced internet personality who attempts to win back his followers by live streaming one night.
I like this comedy.
Right.
That was funny.
By live streaming one night alone in a haunted house. But when he accidentally pisses off a vengeful spirit, his big comeback event becomes a real-time fight for his life. And this is directed by a directing team, Joseph and Vanessa Winter. And it'll be streaming on Shudder October 6th.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be worth checking out.
Yeah.
I want to check this one out for sure. And again, it's on Shudder, so if it turns out it's terrible, shut it off and move on.
Right. There's tons of other stuff on Shudder.
It looks really promising. And I think this is a genre that's just open for humor and to make fun of it. And obviously, I like the way that they incorporated the whole YouTuber thing into it. Smash that like button, and I'm like, okay.
Yep.
This is awesome.
I'm going to watch this.
Yeah.
Right. So remember, Deadstream streaming October 6th on Shudder. All right, so let's get on to our news. In the interest of saving time, there's only one really big story that I wanted to talk about. They're making a documentary about the movie that never was, George A. Romero's Resident Evil.
Finally, a Resident Evil movie I want to see.
Yep. Jason Bareford, Romero's production assistant, and director Brandon Salisbury are helming the project.
I forgot that this almost happened.
I know.
And I haven't seen much behind-the-scenes videos of why it didn't and where it went wrong.
I guess okay, so here's what happened. In 1998, Romero pitched his version of Resident Evil, and then sometime years later on the internet, that got leaked. And it had the draft. The draft was dated October 7th, 1998, when it was leaked online.
Sweet. Okay.
Turns out, I guess, they're saying that Capcom wasn't thrilled with the script. Even though the script was pretty close to the source material, he did kind of veer off here and there,
Yeah, but the
which you
movies
have
they
to.
made, they veered off from the source material. Like...
I'm telling you. And then, I guess there was a problem that it was too violent and gory. And I'm like, for a zombie movie? Too violent and gory for a zombie movie? Are you kidding me?
You could have had George Romero make a Resident Evil. You could have reused that script to make another video game if you want.
Well, I guess what as far as I was able to tell from the article, they reworked the script and it got redone and redone and redone until it became the Anderson film that we saw.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So
Interesting.
We'll see what the documentary has to say about it, because I am definitely going to be watching.
Yeah. Wow.
It says it's scheduled for a 2024 release, so they're still working on
Yeah,
this.
documentaries is going to take some time.
Takes a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait to see what they...
That's very exciting.
With the whole big story behind it, and what Capcom's excuse really is, you know? Like, it can't be that it was too violent and bloody. You made a violent, bloody video game.
And I'm pretty sure the first Resident Evil movie was rated R, because I remember people were getting sliced up with lasers and stuff.
It was
in
amazing.
It.
I like the
sure
first Resident Evil movie.
So,
but I don't play the game, so that's why I was able to like the movie.
No, it wasn't anything like the game, and you guys all know. But but it was entertaining. It was. It's just, and I watched all of them up until like the last two. I think I got.
Yeah, it got too much.
I was like, I'm done.
The King of Zombies doing a Resident Evil movie. I mean, I don't know how it didn't happen. All right, so let's move on to our indie film spotlight.
My advice to young filmmakers: make a movie every week. Make films, no matter what anybody says, and you'll be a filmmaker.
All right, so this one was a fun one, actually. It's called Vexed. It's a little bit longer than we normally give you. It's 12 minutes, 59 seconds. And it's from Glass Cabin Films YouTube channel. It's basically the tagline is, a movie night goes horribly wrong. And that's true.
Yeah, it is.
And there's a lot of like false leads, and like you think this is happening and then this happens, and it was a fun watch.
It was a very fun watch. And you're right, because at one point I thought she was doing it she was acting the way she was for one reason,
right.
and then it was another. I don't want to give too much away.
Right,
I think it's
this
really
is a hard one to talk about, yeah.
I think it's better you just experience it. But yeah, basically a guy and a girl on a date, and
I think they live together.
Oh, they live together?
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't like horror movies. She does. And so you could tell it must have been her choice to movie night.
Yeah, the beginning of the movie is very like Scream-like.
Yeah.
With its, meta commentary stuff.
Yeah, very meta. And then he learns why scary movies are fun.
Right.
Let's put it that way.
But we had fun watching him learn how horror movies are fun.
Yeah, he didn't have too much
He didn't have fun.
But
we did.
But we did, and you will.
Yep. All right, so it's directed by Mark Cartwright, and it's starring Baker Chase and Nosheen Phoenix, and the special effects makeup was done by Joe Castro, because there's a creature in here, and I just want to shout out, because it was good. I like the creature.
It was really good. It reminded me of when I get these cheap masks or puppets and then you paint them and make them look cool, because it wasn't like animatronic or anything. It was basically just a mask, but
rubber suit,
but it was really painted well and looked realistic. It looked like something you would have seen in the 80s or 90s.
Right, yeah, it was definitely a creature feature type. Yeah. It actually won quite a few awards back in 2017 when it came out. Twisty Alley Film Festival it won, Twisted Horror Picture Show, North Hollywood Cinefest, Shiver International Film Festival, and the Midwest Horror Fest. And then it was nominated as well at the iHorror Awards, at the Pasadena International Film Festival, and at the UCLA Film Festival.
Very impressive.
Right. I can see why. Like I said, sometimes the acting's hit or miss, but the story is really good.
Exactly, yeah. And it's not horrible
No.
acting. You've seen worse in other horror movies.
Yes.
Like actually released
right.
horror movies.
Studio films.
Yes.
So this guy did not do that bad.
No, he's not the greatest. And I don't know how much acting he's even had, but he definitely is well enough to push the story forward to get along.
He didn't take you out of it.
No, it did not. She's really good, though.
She's really good, yeah.
She's really,
Nosheen Phoenix. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, she was really good.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what else we can really say about it.
We can't, because everything we would say would give something away, because so many different things happen.
And I don't want to ruin any of those things.
Right.
I think you need to experience those things to really fully enjoy the movie, because I know if I hadn't, I wouldn't. I love it when my mind goes, are they going to do this? Oh, are they going to do this? Are they going to do this?
You're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, so if you're like me and you want to figure it out, I'm not going to say anything more about this movie. Yep. So just except for check it out.
Check it out. Vexed. We'll leave a link in the description.
Yep.
Again, it's Glass Cabin Films. I didn't get a chance to check out the rest of their YouTube channel, but go ahead and check it out. See if they've got any other stuff on there that's worth it. And if there are, let us know.
Absolutely. And subscribe to them. And while you're thinking of subscribing to channels, make sure you subscribe to this one. We've got our pop culture news coming out this week, plus a whole bunch of new content, news briefs we've been doing lately. So you do want to make sure that you have that bell rung so you know when we post new content on here. So, all right, I think that's our show. On that note, I think I've taken up enough of your time, and I'm going to go shut up now.
All right, have a good night, good fight.
Biohazard 2.